Hello friends, welcome to our video presentation on one of the most tragic structural failures in modern engineering history, the Hyatt Regency Walkway Collapse of 1981. This presentation is a part of our coursework for professional ethics at the Civil Engineering Department, University of Engineering and Technology, Lahore, under the guidance of Dr. Rizwan Azam. In this video, we will analyze the technical causes, ethical violations, and lessons learned from this catastrophe. By examining this case, we aim to highlight the importance of engineering responsibility, ethical decision-making, and safety in structural design. Let's begin our exploration of this tragic event and the critical lessons it offers for the future of civil engineering. It was a night of celebration at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Kansas City, Missouri. A beautiful evening, filled with music, conversation, and elegance. But in just a few moments, this joyful gathering would turn into one of the worst structural disasters in U.S. history. Above the guests, the suspended walkways stretched across the atrium, designed as stunning architectural features. But beneath the surface, there was a fatal flaw, hidden in plain sight. The original design called for long, continuous steel rods running from the ceiling through the fourth-floor walkway and down to the second floor. This would have distributed the weight evenly. But during construction, a seemingly small change was made. Instead of one continuous rod, the walkways were now supported by two separate sets of rods. It may not have seemed like a major change, but it was. This design doubled the weight on the fourth-floor walkway's connection points, pushing them dangerously close to failure. The worst part? As guests continued to gather, the stress on the already weak connection points increased. The steel rods strained under the weight, bending ever so slightly, but no one noticed. In an instant, 114 people were killed. Over 200 more were trapped or injured, buried beneath steel and concrete. Some died instantly. Others suffocated under the weight, their cries for help fading into silence. Now let's examine the ethical concerns associated with this tragedy. According to the American Society of Civil Engineers, ASCE, 2017, several fundamental ethical canons were seriously violated, contributing to the failure. Canon 1 was violated, and public safety was neglected. The design change doubled the load on walkway supports, yet no proper analysis was done. Safety should always come first, but it didn't. Independent safety checks and strict reviews could have prevented this. Canon 2 was violated. Critical decisions were made without proper confidence. The engineers approved modifications without fully understanding the load distribution. Structural failures happen when expertise is ignored. Qualified oversight and safety checks are essential. Canon 4 was violated. The engineers failed as faithful agents. The risks weren't disclosed. Engineers serve the public first. If a design is unsafe, it must be flagged. Transparency and open communication could have saved lives. Canon 6 was violated. Integrity was missing. Signing off on an unsafe design without proper verification is an ethical failure. Accountability, peer review, and ethics-driven decisions must be the norm. Canon 7 was violated. Learning stopped, and so did safety. Updated knowledge on structural risks might have changed the outcome. Engineering demands continuous education, because lives depend on it. In the end, the engineers lost their licenses, and the company responsible shut down permanently. This disaster forced the world to rethink engineering ethics and safety standards. It became a mandatory case study for engineering students worldwide, a painful reminder of what happens when ethics are ignored and responsibility is overlooked. The Hyatt Regency Walkway Collapse wasn't just a structural failure. It was a failure of responsibility, ethics, and human judgment. A failure the world must never repeat. We hope you find this video informative and insightful. Thank you very much for watching.